Welcome back to Wake Up America. Leaders around the world condemning this weekend's mass shooting in Australia as terrorism against Jews.
Yeah, that's right. Police say a father and son killed at least 15 people and wounded dozens of others when they opened fire on Sydney's Bondi Beach during a Hanukkah celebration. Joining us now is the national president of the Zionist Organization of America, Morton, Klein. Good morning to you on this first day of Hanukkah, this targeted attack, taking 15 lives. It's just unspeakable.
And it was not only two Muslims, not people, two Muslims who murdered. It's actually 16 or more Jews intentionally targeting Jews on Hanukkah. But at Brown University, the person who shot and killed 2 students and injured 9 others were screaming Allahu Akbar before he shot these people. I have friends at Brown University who told me that's what he was screaming. Yet this has not really been reported in the press. So likely it's another Muslim. And by the way, at Brown University, it was a class taught by an Israeli Jewish teacher on Jewish studies who formerly taught at Hebrew University in Israel. So it was intentionally that class that this Muslim targeted. We have to start taking this very seriously and start calling it out. In Europe, Christians have been attacked by Muslims for many, many years now. In fact, that's why Poland and Hungary has stopped allowing any Muslims into their country. It's not all Muslims, but it's a substantial number of Muslims. What we have to do, we have to pressure to change the education system in Arab Islamic countries where they teach hatred and violence against non-Muslims. Yes, we have to call out the truth. We have to pressure the imams to stop sermons promoting hatred and violence, which they do. We need major speeches by leaders, not just a condemnation, major speeches by Trump, Muslim, and other leaders condemning this and condemning the words that are used at rallies where they say globalize the intifada, meaning murder every single Jew, and we must pressure Qatar and others to stop funding these terrorist groups. Those are the things that has to happen, and we have to call out. Remember, this is not Islamophobia. There's a rational basis to fear Muslim terrorist attacks because they've been occurring all over the world. In America, Orlando Gay Bar, California, Maryland, 9/11, 13 soldiers at a military base, New Orleans, the Boston Marathon. I can go on and on. This has to stop. We can no longer tolerate it, and we have to call it out by its name because that's what it is. It isn't Christians or Buddhists or Hindus. It is Muslims. Muslim leaders have to start speaking out and condemning it explicitly.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that a local fruit shop owner is now being hailed a hero by President Trump and so many across the world. We've all seen the video. He ran towards the man with the gun, wrestled the gun away from one of the attackers. He's 43-year-old Ahmed Al-Ahmed, and he is still recovering in a hospital. He was injured during that. He's had to undergo surgery. He's a Muslim man, but he saw a clear, deadly, anti-Semitic attack taking place. If only more people were like him.
Yes, no, there are good, of course, there are many very good Muslims, but there's a substantial minority who have been taught in their schools and in their mosques to hate non-Muslims. And let me just tell you, Ayana Hirsi Ali, a famous Muslim from Somalia and the Netherlands, now at Stanford University, gave a recent speech, and listen what she said. I have a confession to make. If you are Jewish, it's a testimony to my dark past when I lived in ignorance. I used to hate Jews. I was told you Jews are by nature evil. You had evil powers. You used them to evil ends. Learning to hate you was easy. While my sister showed me the holy Quranic verses to support her hatred of Jews, I feared arguing with Allah, for Allah would burn me. She publicly made it clear. This is what's taught in the schools, and this has got to be called out explicitly by name. And by the way, it is understandable that Trump has done a reduction in immigration from Muslim countries because we don't know which Muslims are a problem, which aren't. And we have to protect ourselves.
And Morton, you make a good point where you don't know, some are radical and hiding in plain sight, and that is what is so scary. But anti-Semitism across the world, it has to stop. Morton, Klein, we have to leave it there. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
All right, you're watching Wake Up America. We'll be right back.